It started quietly, a few new tariffs here, a tax policy tweak there. But now, the world is starting to feel the tremors. Donald Trump's trade war isn't a threat anymore, it's already begun. And India?
India, very, very tough, very, very tough. The Prime Minister just left. And he's a great friend of mine, but I said, you're a friend of mine, but you're not treating us right. They charge us 52%.
Back in office, or at least leading the charge again, Donald Trump wasted no time. His team rolled out a wave of tariffs, blanket style. Not just China this time, but India, Europe, Vietnam, even American allies. What's the goal? Bring manufacturing back to the US. Punish nations that undercut American workers. Sounds patriotic on paper, right? But here's the reality. These tariffs are taxes, hidden ones. And companies that once depended on exporting goods to the US, now they are losing money fast. And the markets, they are not staying quiet either. The Nasdaq is down 5.5% month over month. Nikkei is down 11%, FTSE is down 8%. All major stock indices are showing signs of strain. Investors are jittery. Global confidence is slipping. And it's not just about numbers, it's about fear. India is feeling the heat.
Impact on India from this, at least in the current year, the FY26, the fiscal year that has just started, will basically mean lower GDP growth than would have been the case if Trump had not increased these tariffs. If you do a very simple calculation, my estimates are that India's GDP growth could be about 0.5 percentage points lower than they could have been. So for example, I was expecting growth to be 6.5%, but it could be 6% now, or maybe slightly lower. So there's going to be a growth drag on the back of all of this.
Our pharmaceutical exports, textiles, auto parts, even IT hardware, they are all getting more expensive to ship to the US. What about Indian companies? They now have two choices: eat the loss or raise the prices. And the small exporters, the lifeline of India's economy, they are stuck. Many are already reporting cancelled orders and delays in payment.
Well, there was a big fall on Monday, that's yesterday, by about 60 pies from 85.23 to 85.83.
Add a shaky rupee to that mix and you have got a real crisis brewing. But it's not just India. All around the world, countries are pushing back. China, it's retaliating with its own tariffs, targeting US agriculture and tech. The European Union, drafting new duties, preparing for longer economic standoff. Mexico, Canada, South Korea, they are adjusting trade deals, rerouting supply chains, and cutting new alliances to survive the storm. One policy change in Washington, and suddenly the whole world is reshuffling the deck.
Are we in a trade war? Maybe not yet, but we are in the early days of one.
What began as a strategy to protect American jobs is now a global scramble to dodge economic fallout. Prices are rising, inflation sticking upward, investors are nervous, supply chains are breaking, and this isn't just about economics anymore. It's about power, it's about influence, and who sets the rules in tomorrow's economy. So what now? Can India ride out this storm? Absolutely, if we play it smart. We have to strengthen ties with the European Union and Gulf nations. We have to push Make in India harder than ever. We have to support exporters through policy and reduce our dependency on any one country, including the US. This might be a threat, but it's also an opportunity for India to become a manufacturing powerhouse of the world. Trump's tariffs may have been aimed at others, but their impact is global, and countries like India are already paying the price. The only question is, how do we respond? Trade smarter or fight fire with fire? Thanks for watching. If this gave you a clearer view of the global mess, give it a like, subscribe for more breakdowns, and tell me in the comments.
Do you think the world is ready for another trade war, just like 2018? Or this is just another ruse played by Donald Trump to make trade favorable for the US?